Welcome back to Glider Gaming. I'm Glider, and this is the GliderCage and oxygen not included. We just finished ripping out trees last time, and I do want to continue kind of cleaning some stuff up over here. So, these pipes seem to be going to the same place, and this one seems completely unnecessary. So I'd like to move some of this stuff over out of the base. So I'm going to take this over here. And we're going to reconnect it in right there. And then I don't think that's going to work the way I want it. Because I want to try to get two lines going over here. So if we just move it like that, maybe. Here, I'm going to start with the overflow, because then I can plan around the other stuff. So this is the overflow right here. So anything that can't go towards the main line can go this way. Hop over here and go here. So that's the overflow. Now the main flow can then go up this way, like that. Okay. And when that's built, we can move a lot of these other ones out. I like that. So then we just have this little area of heat. And you know what? This stuff, we're thinking, how are we cooling this? How are we cooling this? We aren't using this room for anything anymore. And it is cooling back down. So I think what we'll do is we'll actually route this back up here. Go with radiant pipe in. Then we can go right back out to here. We can just break that bridge and have no issues there. Liquid bridge, deconstruct. Yeah. These are not the great plan that I thought they were at first. They seem, I guess I did some reading, and when there's an egg around, they'll attack to protect the egg. Yeah, all that polluted dirt comes from over there. That's probably another source of heat in the area, but it's not as bad as that water was. Okay. So then we still also need to complete this power line, which we did, question mark? No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, right there. I think that's the last bit we need for that power line. Honestly, the hottest part about this room now is the stuff that just sits in it. Pardon me. I'm coming down with something, so I'm a little nasally. Okay. Quite a bit of that stuff already got built. Let's pop this up to 7. Still just have tons upon tons of CO2 in this area. It's going to be a pretty big problem for a pretty long time, honestly. Because these machines output CO2 so quickly compared to how much we can pump out in a single pump. How much plastic do we have? 23 kilograms. 2,300 kilograms is not nearly enough to build a tube transit system. So we're going to let that go. Good news is air is kind of moving. Air's moving fast enough that I don't think we're going to have issues with hydrogen, at least. Okay. So all of our polluted network is done. So the question is now, how do we get rid of the extemporaneous stuff? I think we're going to destroy that. And we're just going to move the connections into this wall over here. So I always like to do a bridge whenever I'm connecting things. So we'll do that. We'll destroy this. And we'll just move this guy over here. Won't need those. I don't need any of this. And all of this should probably disappear. Huh. So all this is just going to get sent to overflow. Okay. And since that's an in, it doesn't seem to mind. I'm sure some of it's trying to go in, but it just can't. So that's fine. But we do need to... Here, we'll break a pipe right there. That way it floods up above. Perfect. Now it's all going to drain backwards. And in a cycle's time, that'll be empty. Perfect. Okay. Looks like they just finished all the plumbing up here. So we can connect this in. And that will allow that to cool some. Going in at 50, coming out in the 30s. That'll help our other system we're creating. And this is finally powered. So, that is sending us sub-zero hydrogen. Alright, let's connect this in now. We will copy these settings for all these beans. I don't need that one to be redone. Oh, apparently I do. Okay. Right, that's corrected now. So some of it's 40, some of it's 50, some of it's 30. We're gonna have to work that out. It is dropping pretty rapidly. So it's not perfect, but they are growing for a minute. This system is not adding as much hydrogen as we'd like. I did mess this system up, guys. I should have done something about all this gas before I started. It's not great. The fact there's multiple gases in here mixing just makes this sensor really hard to do its job. In fact, I think I'm just going to come in here and remove the automation. Just going to destroy all of the automation. I'm just going to let it run. think the pressures are such that it won't be a big deal anymore, though. They were, you know, above or it is at max gas pressure again. Dang nabbit. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and turn that stuff off. So this is just gonna run. It's fine. The system will be just fine. Okay, all of these are too hot now. What's happening here? So the gas is already up to 18. Goes down to 11. Let's see what it comes out at. Comes out negative, so that's awesome. Some of it comes out a little above negative. So these guys have to be below 0, which is rough. I mean, there's not a spot in this area that is below 0. This stuff is too hot. By far. Okay, what we can do here, though, is we can install a liquid valve. We can do it in 2 spots. Do it right there. We can do it like right here. Yeah, we'll do it right here. Deconstruct that liquid pipe. We're going to deconstruct that liquid pipe. We're probably going to need a liquid sensor to help regulate this. Yep, I wasn't worried about the spillage here because I was sure that it would just become gas. And I'm sure it will. Okay, so this valve will only allow, let's say, 50 grams per second to come through. And then there should be automation for this too, right? Nope, I chose the wrong one. Okay. I chose the wrong one. So we're gonna have to go back into this stuff. Plumbing. Liquid shutoff. Okay. So we'll put the liquid shutoff right there. We'll break that tile and spill more ethanol. And then we'll destroy that. And we will destroy that. We'll destroy both those. Destroy that one. Okay. So with 2 of them, it's a little redundant. I probably don't need to do it this way. Efficiency experts out there will probably have a much better way to do this. Okay, so into the shutoff, into the controller. And then we need some automation. That's where we're going to look for the, probably in here, the liquid pipe element sensor. So where is our pipes? So put it right there. And we'll put one right there. And we'll flip over to automation and choose the wires. Let's hold off from connecting that just quite yet. Alright, so I want 50 grams a second. And I want 50 grams a second. Smaller volumes of ethanol will cool much quicker than larger volumes will. Okay, sends a red signal. Sends a green signal when the selected liquid is detected in a pipe. So, when you detect ethanol, you're going to send a green signal, which means I need a NOT gate, which is why I didn't connect those right away. So we'll throw a NOT gate in there. So when you're detecting ethanol, you're going to turn off the flow. We're going to do the same thing over here with automation, NOT gate. You're also going to choose ethanol. That just means that we're not going to be filling these pipes and letting them stagnate. We're going to just be sending very small amounts of liquid through to be cooled rapidly. Okay. Our goal with this is to have this basically full, so we're just constantly sending really nicely chilled stuff through. 13. And this is just kind of a tepidizing tank. Just make sure we're cooling stuff down nicely. Overall temp in here has dropped back down some, but the ethanol is definitely heating things up. We're going to have to burn through quite a bit of ethanol to get our system working again. Temperature there is looking a little warm. What we can do is we can uproot these guys and replant them. It's kind of a little hack, but by doing that, it'll kind of reset their cooling abilities. And we can plant the wort seed. Copy the setting. And then they halt their growth immediately. Nice. So main point of this episode is to try to get some new foods being grown so that we can make some nicer food items for our dupes. Okay, get that copied. And then these are just showing a little cooler. Okay, we spilled some water over here, which is not great. This is now polluted, which is also not great. Oh, I guess it's not. The water that spilled didn't have any actual germs in it, so it did not pollute this area. Everything is flowing well, so we're not going to have any bathroom issues. These are now pointless pipes. We're not actually sending any ethanol this way. Okay, this is not being built. It's awaiting a delivery. Let's cancel it. Let's build it out of igneous rock. Set it to priority 9 because I do want that built, because that ethanol really can't go this way if it wants to. But yeah, now that we're running our cooling loop, we're probably producing or drawing way more power than we want, so also we're running this constantly for now, trying to harvest any good bits. And we can set this to, oh, we don't need to set to anything, it's not connected to anything. Okay, what else? What else? Oh, let's check on this little ranch we started down here. Okay, cool. Oh, we never closed the wall up. Yeah, we got some slicksters down here now. They are wild, so nobody's tending to them. There we go. This will be a secondary oil section for us. It's nice and warm. Slicksters, it's not going to tell us their preferred temperature right now, but it's at 50 degrees. So let's look at their entry. Oh, they're just at the bottom end of their comfort spectrum. It's actually in their comfort section right on the other side of this wall, so we can switch this to metal tile and allow some warmth to transfer. In fact, it's so warm on that, we could just... that'll block our water, though? That's fine. I'll move the water again. Deconstruct that. And put it over here. This is just kind of a catch-all water spot for us. But this will just harness some of the power of this very hot water to keep these slicksters happy. I don't think these transfer heat, so you think they would. They're made out of metal, but I heard on somebody else's VOD the other day that they don't. And then we'll just do a line of those to keep things spicy in there for them. We could come in here and dig some more of this stuff out. Won't hurt anything to do that. Okay, set this up to a 7 and polluted water. Things are heating up over there. In fact, we're down to 150,000 kilocalories of food. Mostly fried mushroom. Yeah, I'll take the pufflet eggs, I guess. I'll just toss them in the egg cracker. Everybody loves a good omelet, don't they? Okay, things are still too hot over here. Ethanol's not even moving. So that's strange. Huh. So, how do we get this ethanol moving again? Let's empty pipes. Maybe because it's stifled, it's not using its ethanol. Ethanol is cooling down. Yeah, it's cooling down pretty well, actually. We could also mop this ethanol, since they do have to walk through this. I thought it would evaporate based on the heat, but guess not. Just go ahead and empty it all the way back to here. So it's not detecting ethanol, so it should be sending, yes, it is sending a green signal. Oh, it needs power? Goodness. Goodness gracious. So, okay, this one we accidentally powered. This one we will intentionally power. Okay, over here, we're getting near 0, but we just can't seem to get properly below 0. Do we have to have 2 of these guys? Also, we want to make sure we're not warming this stuff up by sending it through. It's coming out similar. Yeah, it's just not coming out cold enough. We might need a second thermoregulator to get the hydrogen down low enough. This may be just too big of a project for us right now. It's going to require a lot of power to drop this hydrogen properly below 0 to do it. Alternatively, we could try to like relocate this room here. We don't need to use it for the ethanol. I just thought I'd do that because, you know, it was there. Ethanol's getting nice and chilly. Ethanol's still very warm. Okay, so the pipe is blocked. How is the pipe blocked exactly? I don't see it. Oh, this is set to 0. No. 50. I think I do have to manually come over and reset that setting. Yeah, it's just slightly too warm in here. Okay, now it's coming through. And it's getting down a lot lower. Huh. I don't know. We're gonna put the kibosh on this one for now. I'm gonna set this to 0. We'll come back to this, I promise, but for now, I just don't think we can get it done. It's just eating up a lot of power. Alright, so we're going to come over here. We're going to disable this. The system's pretty well populated. This would probably be plenty of hydrogen. And then we're going to come deconstruct this. No, we're just going to disable it. I might let this just run until it's a vacuum. Or maybe just connect this up again. So that we can control how often it runs. Oh, look at all those slicksters. That's fun. Oil well. Yeah, that is set to 8. Set it all to 8. We're close. And if these things could grow above 0, if they could grow at 5 or 10, I'd keep doing this. Because I think we could handle 5 or 10, but not more, unfortunately. Oh, yeah. That gas pump doesn't stand a chance. I guess there's no time like the present to get this going. So, we need a way in there. And we've kind of blocked ourselves off from all the possible ways. So, I guess that means we need a ladder. Yep, we're gonna have 2 layers for all that grossness. Okay, we're gonna come down like this. I think what we're gonna want is under power, steam turbine. And put one right there. And put one right there. Nope. I don't think we can handle 2. Also, I'm not sure I want it directly right above it. Let's put it right here. That way we don't have to worry about stuff over here. I think it will dig out that abyssalite. So we're going to need to put some of that stuff in. So. Alright, that'll get us in there. We're gonna need a water and power line in there. So we have a main line trunk over here. So we're gonna need to run heavy watt wire in. We can do that just like so. And they're also gonna have to be able to actually get all the way through to make that heavy watt wire. I think we'll do that like that. And once we destroy that block, they'll be able to get down here. Heck, might as well go straight up. We can probably get access to a neurovacillator right there. But all this nice, lovely hot steam can definitely power a steam engine. And we're just going to disable auto repair there. We're gonna disable, disable auto repair there too. Okay. Volpups are good for food, but they're really annoying to just have around, so I'm gonna reject people for now. This science person could be good. And we're gonna immediately remember to move them down to the night owl schedule. And you... I guess Abe should be on a new schedule all of his own, too. We only have 1 bathroom, don't we? I'm surprised they're able to use the bathrooms without issues. I'd have to build another bathroom over here. Oh, yeah. We were gonna do some stuff over here with the other type of food. So, what I need is a dupe over here, locked out of the building. But we can't do that because there's only 1 tile, so we'll just close up this part of the building. Just the smallest amount of slime lung got in there. Oh, come on, I need you to build this faster than he digs this out. Whew. Nothing bad happened. Okay, so just fill up this pit down here. And then we'll drain this pit over here. This will just open up new area for us to mess around in. Probably sometime soon this is going to become another Atmo suit bay. Just because I don't want people getting sick out here. Huh. Never seen one of those partially covered. Okay, they finished building this stuff over here. Now, the carbon dioxide is up to 60 degrees in here, right behind the temp shift plate. Could be better. But that'll help make sure they don't die and stay in their temperature range. Oh. Its needs aren't being met. What needs? Thank you for the duplicate body temperature. It's not eating. Don't they eat CO2? Yes, they do. So the fact that it has so few calories is nothing I can help with. And well, this one's... Is it still a larva? No, it's an adult. Well, I have no idea why its needs aren't being met. You're tame and glum. Tame, glum, tame, glum. You got me. I don't have any idea why they're not happy. What we can do is we can switch these over to metal tile as well to let more heat escape. Okay, over here they're making a little bit of progress. Digging through Abyss Light is a slow process since only a few dupes can do it. Okay, and then I don't think we need to worry about any ventilation, but you do need a water pipe and a place to put water because the steam will come out as water. So where should we put a new clean water tank? Guess we could put it like right around here. We could go from here over to here with it. We would like to clean up the salt water in here if possible. There's a little bit of salt water in there too, so we could dig that out. Deconstruct the edges. Let's stop that. Oh. I do want that salt water to spread out so we can actually mop it up. Then we'll take... oh, it doesn't need to be insulated, I suppose. We can just take a regular pipe. To there. I just realized I am going to want to re-insulate this, so... we're going to want actually a heavy watt joint plate. Put it right here or here. Let's put it right here. Then we can kind of pseudo insulate like that. There'll be some heat escapage, but less than there would have been otherwise. And then I think I want this heat to be able to escape into the environment, so I'm gonna actually dig these up. This will create a... oh, until we get this part done. So let's make sure they build that one, lickety split, and that one. Because I don't want dupes from exosuit point A to be able to get to exosuit point B. That's always a hassle. Okay, I don't care about any of that water. Alright, she has just trapped herself and cannot dig herself out. Sweet. Alright, deconstruct that. And power heavy watt joint plate. Okay, that dupe is sick. Okay. That will stop dupes from getting to one side or the other. Oh, I don't care about that spot, or that spot. Just the saltwater spots. Okay, no salt water left up above. They're working over here, just a long commute situation. Over here, they're working on draining that. Oh, that Paku's just about to save its own life. Okay. So it is this general area that we're going to be doing our piping stuff with. Still very slowly working at this. We should dig all these up. There's no point doing anything with these plates because it'll just use resources while they're not actually growing. But I still have hopes that we can get more power up and we can run 2 of these and we can get this happening just the way we want. But I think that cooling this water will be easier. So how are we going to do that? What are we even growing? We're going to grow... yeah, these water seeds. So these guys can be 22 to 65. Much more reasonable. They have to be covered in a little bit of water of any sort. What's the difference between brine and salt water, I wonder? And then they get bleach stone. Interesting. There you go. We can use that bottled salt water to cover them with. So we can take a couple of spots right here. I guess we don't need to do that. But food-wise, we're going to put some hydroponic farms here. Is that enough? Is that too much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 sounds fine. So bottle emptier right there. Hopefully that Paku can flop his way to safety. Like a Paku does. He has just enough water there to not be worried. So we actually have to dig out a few more tiles to make sure that all that water drains and doesn't get stuck like that. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So we're going to dig out all of this stuff. And we are going to mop up these little bits here. And that's going to be our wet leaf thing. What's it called? Waterweed. And I realized we can kind of just utilize this space better and turn this area into more storage. Makes for a short ceiling there, but I don't really want to deconstruct and reconstruct all of those, so I think we'll do that. And under food, we can put in 2 more of these boxes. Oh, it won't let me overwrite that. I think we'll go ahead and dig this out. And I think we'll just put a floor. Since they move faster on floors. I guess we don't need to dig this section out. That'll just allow for a little bit more airflow. Okay, we're going to choose this to be salt water. Still interested. What's the difference between salt water and brine? I want to figure this out. This is salt water. Natural, lightly concentrated solution of salt. Maybe brine is a higher concentration. Let's go B-R-I-N-E. Natural, highly concentrated solution of salt. Okay. Cool. Okay, I'm not sure how much exactly we need to qualify, so we'll just let this go on a little bit longer. Alright, we're going to copy these settings right onto there. Put in one more ladder. And voila, we have a third row of storage. And maybe someday we'll have a fourth row. Let's get that up a little higher. Now, plumbing wise, we're going to steal water from here. We're going to send it up this way. And back over right there. And then we're just gonna put some radiant pipe here. Back to regular pipe. That should probably be insulated pipe. Ah, there we go. And we'll have to dig out a little underneath here, but it gets us access to gold and stuff, so that's perfectly fine by me. Alright, we're going to plant these guys in here. Priority 6, copy settings. And we are going to need to store just a little bit of not a little bit, we're going to need to store actual amounts of bleach stone here to fertilize them. Ripping through that lickety split. We can probably relocate this farm somewhere else. 35 degrees though. Everywhere else is going to be higher than 35 degrees. Okay, so not irrigated and they're not fertilized, but they are happy with the amount of water there, it seems. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. This is now going to serve as storage for consumable ore, bleach stone. So let's ask the old computer here where we keep our bleach stone right now. Up here, just some sitting around. I was hoping we had it in a storage thing somewhere. I feel like we do. But I guess we don't. I'm not sure if we're recycling. I mean, it is annoying, it's just showing us every piece of bleach stone on the map. I would have likely put it right here if we had it. Yes, here we go. So that's its priority 5. So by setting this one anywhere up there, like 7, it will get picked up and put there. Okay, all of this is full. So we've got to start doing something with all of this chlorine. What should we do? And this is overflowing now, so that's not great. We could just toss in a mesh tile right there so it has somewhere to go. It's supposed to overflow into there. It doesn't look like it really does. Oh, Look at that. There's no connection right there. That might help with something. And this still isn't being built, which is annoying. I have it at 9. I can't imagine why it's not being built. It doesn't seem like they can reach it, but it doesn't say unreachable, so I don't know. So what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I think I'm just gonna be lazy and put in more storage containers for right now. I feel like there's something I should or could do with it, but I just don't know off the top of my head what that would actually be. Just gonna drop this floor down here. And then we're gonna have to build ventilation for it. Over here, almost everything is built except for a couple spots. So let's finish those up. I didn't really think about what material I was building this out of, but I think we'll be okay. Oh, yep. Started draining this, not thinking about the fact that I was trying to... How did you guys get down here? Okay. Alright. You're wearing your suits. You seem trapped. So let's turn this dig into a... Somebody get this done. Okay. Thank you. You also now seem trapped. Yep, you are actually, in fact, still straight up trapped because stuff. Goodness gracious. Can you? Can you dig there? No. Okay. So what we need is a ladder. You can build, okay. So we need this dug as exclamation points. Somebody come save your friend. Please and thank you. Nobody? Nobody wants to save your friend? You all just want to watch her die? You don't care. Ay, ay, ay. Wait, is there 2 people stuck out here? Because there's another Atmos suit missing. Okay, you're down there not helping her. Okay, well. Okay, aha, we figured it out. We don't need super hard digging experts. We just needed someone who is sitting right there to dig sand. Okay. So we're now making power over here. 800 watts. What's its maximum? Let's see here. 850 watts. Nice. So what's its overheat is the next question. So power, overheat, 1,000 degrees Celsius. So it doesn't look like that needs to be built out of steel. I don't think we're hitting 1,000 degrees Celsius in here. How did this get full of polluted oxygen? Ay, ay, ay. All the time. All the time. Is there slime in here? We got this water lock, so literally nothing should have been able to off-gas in here. Why? Why must you make messes? Silly trapped dupes are silly and trapped. Priority exclamation point. Okay, never mind. She got out. And I guess this needs to probably be a mesh tile. Darn dupes are always trapping themselves, getting themselves killed. It's nonsense. Okay. So before we use all this steam, we do need to kind of start planning out how we keep the steam. I'm going to leave it like this because 3 is the optimum for this sort of deal. But the steam down here is actually cooling off quite a bit, so I think I'll just enclose it as it is. This won't be a permanent, like 24/7 creator of power, but when it's running, it's going to create quite a bit of power for us. I'm just letting it run because the steam does lose its heat. All that power should be flowing up into the system, charging batteries as needed. Trapped again, eh, Lindsay? Oh. Okay, this one's my bad. This one's my bad. Deconstruct this tile. And this is the most important thing to build, Lindsay. Can you come on down here and build this, please? Sometimes it is my own fault. I will admit it when it's my fault. The nice thing is storing that copper in this water will keep the copper cool. Okay. We're doing better now. Alright, they did dig out all of that. So we can peel it down to the next layer. I'm no longer so concerned about it being only a water tank since it's all intermixed fluids now. This feller's pumping. I'm not seeing any slime in here. I guess there's not tons of polluted oxygen in there. If this were running, it'd probably compress it pretty quickly. So let's turn natural gas back on. It's all below 1,000 grams. It's not overpressure. That's running again. So if we get steel up and going sometime soon, we can rebuild that as out of steel. So you can see it's falling below peak wattage. I think that is what that means there. I'm gonna raise this up one, push it over one, I guess. Okay, how's water weeds going over here? Don't have that going yet. We do have plenty of stone to keep that going. None of these are marked as unreachable. This body of water is kind of warm, but it will take quite a while to get above 65. Give us plenty of time to figure out what to do next. This is still moving. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. I suppose we could just, well, I don't know. Background temperature in this biome is probably never going to cool it properly. Yeah. Let's just empty this out. We can refill it if we need to. Alright, if we can finish these, I'll call it a video. Can we finish these? Will you guys come do it? Yeah, that's kind of annoying that they have to walk through this to irrigate them. They're gonna get wet feet. So, once again, this may be turning into an Atmos suit room soon. We have the oxygen for it. Sure. I'll take blossom seeds. Oh yeah, skills. Where's the newest person? Oh, a bunch of these people don't have hats. You're the newest person. There. Be a happy farmer. You could be a rocket scientist. There's nothing stopping you. But farming it is for you for now. Thank you for your digging. And you are an exosuit wearer. You also know how to exosuit and construct. Let's see, you can have the cool red construction hat. Let's just make sure, we want everyone who can to have that exosuit stuff so they move faster when they're out and about doing exosuit stuff. So you have a point. And it looks like we could use more excavators. Okay, I see you out and about, so you also need the exosuit training. We have amazing morale because of some of the small changes we've made. Yeah, it looks like all of the early dupes seem to have the exosuit training, so that's great. You don't have exosuit training. Oh, you're above morale. That's crazy, Stinky. What's wrong, man? Just too many skills and not enough morale. Meals are pretty low. Uses the Great Hall. Decor's nice. Hasn't used the room. Set up the break room. Alright, we're going to give it to the end of cycle 296. And we're going to call it a video there. Hopefully this will be done. But if not, that'll be our top priority for next video. Huh. Mysterious waters over here. Is there any mysterious waters in base? Not seen them. Yep, we've almost used up all the steam too, so it's good timing to be putting all this stuff to bed. Blocking off the chlorine and whatnot. So I sure don't want to have to pump it out. Alright, the water is flowing, and the weeds aren't growing. Now it says they're growing. Oh, okay, they're down here. Those are some thimbleweed seeds. I'm like, cool. It's my first water weed farm. So that's great. Looks like just a little bit of chlorine is in there, but it just left. So if they get these done real quick, we'll be cooking the fire. No, it's still got some in there. Polluted oxygen. Dormant in 58 cycles. That'll be some good power for a while. There, it's dropping its wattage because the steam isn't as hot as it was. I don't know how hot the steam has to be. Oh, huh. That's weird. Turned off for a second. This fried fella. Poor guy. Nobody can get down there now, but we could always regain access from through another point. Oh, it just uses a lot of steam. So we could try to drip more steam in here and create more steam. Just drip water to create more steam. Might as well try it. Oh, it won't let us put it right there. So, plumbing. That steam being at 500 degrees should help more steam be created. Okay, so I think we do want to automate this. We want to automate it with a pressure sensor. And zip that up there. Does it tell us how much pressure it needs of steam? Right now we've got thousands of grams. So we're gonna go, yeah, above. Send a green signal. And it's not creating any power right now because it has no outlet. Alright, anyhow, it is cycle 297. We are growing a nicer food for our people, so that's awesome. Thanks for joining us on Glider Gaming, and we'll catch you next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.